News Channel 2 Weekend Today with Katrina Smith.
Welcome and good morning. Thank you so much for joining us on this Sunday. It is December 10th. I'm Katrina Smith. Meteorologist Samantha Wessing is in the Weather Center tracking that rain we told you was coming yesterday. Still coming. Are we seeing as much as we thought? You have flood alerts.
Yeah, so we still have that flood alert. A lot of that's going to be down in the Southern Valley, so Otsego County, Shenango County area for that heavy. But we're going to see that heavy rain widespread throughout the day today, then switching over to snow. So like I said yesterday, a lot in store for today into tomorrow, just different weather all coming at us at one time. We do have that flood alert down in Otsego, Shenango County. That starts today at 1 p.m. and continues into Monday at 1 p.m. due to that heavy rain that we're going to be seeing throughout the day and even that heavy snow as well. You can see right there, as you can see, you also have that winter storm warning. Those are in fact for Herkimer, Hamilton, Otsego County, and a winter storm watch for Madison, Lewis, Oneida County. All of this from tonight, 7 p.m. till 7 p.m. on Monday. So again, widespread rain. Rain switching to snow, breezy today, even windier for your Monday. And that's what we're going to be tracking as we continue throughout the day today. I have that full look at my forecast coming up. For now, back over to you, Katrina.
Thank you so much, Sam. Now to the most.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Good morning. As mentioned yesterday by both Bill and myself, today is going to be a pretty busy day today between rain, snow, a lot of different things happening. Let's get straight to what our alert day means for today. So this again for Sunday night into Monday. All that rain that we're going to be seeing today, that's going to switch over to snow tonight into Monday. Heavier snow for those higher elevations, very wet snow as well. Windy for Monday, and now again that wet snow, those winds could cause an issue with power. Let's take a look outside. Beautiful start though. Downtown Utica, cloudy to begin the day, but temperatures right there. As you can see, we're warm out there in the 50s to start in most areas, beginning the day in the 50s as well. We're going to be seeing 50s, upper 40s for our high to start this morning. Same situation down in the Southern Valley. Highs today will be in the low 50s, and then as that cold front approaches, temperatures dropping as we head throughout the day today. Let's talk a little bit though about how those temperatures are going to affect the snowfall that we're going to be seeing. As you can see, what we're going to be getting with those temperatures sticking right there around that freezing mark, not quite freezing, we're going to be getting more of that wet, heavy snow, feeling a little bit more like cement out there was what we're going to see feeling. But we're going to get the same. Look at that little bit of water right there. The temperatures can make such a big difference on how much snow we're actually going to be seeing. So again, this is what we're pretty much going to be seeing for tomorrow with those temperatures not too cold as we head overnight. As I mentioned earlier, another thing we're watching out for, that risk for power outages, that wet, heavy snow, those windy conditions, especially down in the northeastern portion of Otsego County. That's the biggest risk area, but it is a possibility everywhere as we're going to be seeing those conditions widespread throughout the day tonight and then into tomorrow. There's a look at that wind outlook. You'll see we'll be breezy today and just those winds picking up as we continue into the start of the work week. What's going on outside? Some rain moving in this morning. All this due to a playmaker, a cold front out to our west, mixed with a low pressure system making its way up. That's what's going to create what we're going to be seeing for today. Let's time all of this out as we continue throughout the day. Clock stopped right there, 3 p.m. As you can see, that widespread rain making its way as we continue throughout the day today. We're going to continue into the dinner time hour, evening, stopping my clock at 7. Those higher elevations beginning to turn over to snow as we head into the evening hours tonight. We'll continue right on into about 10 p.m. Much more widespread snow. We'll see that transition begin to happen after the 7 o'clock hour. But for here, though, as those temperatures begin to stick, this is going to be the biggest thing, is when these temperatures drop and when that rain will switch over to snow. But as we head into the overnight hours, as you can see, most of that will switch over to the snow. So by the time you wake up Monday morning, 7 o'clock, we'll have that widespread snowfall again, being a little bit heavier, won't be as high of accumulations, but we're still looking at a decent amount of snow from this system. As we continue throughout the day into Monday, we'll see that snow switch into lake effect snow. We could see about another 1 to 3 inches with this transition to lake effect snow throughout the day on Monday, and then it will begin to linger, and we'll see that snow go away as we head into Tuesday. As you can see, those snowfall amounts, some 3 to 6 inches for the North Country, 3 to 6 or a little bit more down the Southern Valley, as that's where the storm is going to track. A little more to our east here in Utica, and then right there along the thruway where those temperatures kind of going to be sitting right around the freezing mark. Might take a little bit longer for that to switch over to snow overnight, so we're looking at less amounts right there along the thruway. So again, wet snow, it's just going to be continuous throughout the overnight hours. So again, for tonight, for today, we're going to be in the 50s. Rain, snow showers for today, tonight, snow overnight into your Monday morning. And let's take a look at that 7-day forecast. Temperature change as we head into the rest of the week. Very warm today in the 50s. We're back down to the 30s as we head throughout the rest of the week. The next chance for snow after Monday's event looks like a little bit of a lake effect snow possible for Wednesday, but we are going to round out the week, though, with some decent weather, temperatures back into the 40s. So not too bad as we continue throughout the week this week. Let's take a look at that answer to the trivia question right there. How long is the average growing time for a Christmas tree? Is it 2.5, 5.5, 7, or 9 years?
Let's go with 7. It kind of depends on how big you want the tree to be.
That's what it is, but they said the average one would be about 7 years.
Funny story, I tried to get a 9-foot tall Christmas tree this year, but my ceilings are only 8 feet tall, and the Christmas tree farm owner had to tell me that won't fit in your house.
I don't think that would work.
No, but that's how I know how long it takes to grow, because I said, how long does it take it to grow this big? And he said it's about 5 to 7 years for a tree.
That's awesome.
Pretty neat. Thank you so much, Sam. An unexpected find. Welcome back, and thank you for joining us for another half hour of News Channel 2 Weekend Today. I'm Katrina Smith. Meteorologist Samantha Wessing is in the Weather Center tracking rain, but a very busy forecast. It's not just the rain today and the flood alerts. You have the changeover during the later hours in the day as well.
Yeah, it's such a confusing day. You wake up, and I don't even wear a coat this morning. 50 degrees.
Warm.
Beautiful. And then we're going to switch those. We're going to wake up to the rain, switch to the snow. We do have a couple of warning advisories in effect. Again, flood alert. We do have a flood watch down for Shenango, Otsego counties. That's from 1 o'clock today until 1 o'clock tomorrow due to that heavy rain that is coming in for the day today, as well as that heavy snow. And then we also had that winter storm warning in effect for Herkimer, Otsego, Hamilton counties from tonight at 7 p.m. until Monday at 7 p.m. And then a winter weather advisory for Oneida, Madison, Onondaga, Lewis counties for the same time frame tonight until 7 p.m. And again, all this due to that widespread rain that's arriving this afternoon that's going to be switching over to snow. Windy conditions as well for tonight and Monday. All of this is going to be a little bit of a messy situation on Monday morning. We'll have a look at that full forecast coming up. Back over to you, Katrina.
Thank you so much, Sam.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Good morning. A lot going on today in the Weather Center. We do have an alert day for Monday. All of this due to what's going to be on tonight into the day tomorrow. So let's take a look. What's happening Sunday night into Monday? Rain to snow overnight. And then we have that heavier snow. It's going to be that wet, heavy, sticky snow for those overnight hours. Windy on Monday, and with that wet, heavy snow, could cause the possibility for some power outages with that wind as well. Rain starting to come down here in Utica this morning. As you can see, cloudy skies out there. We had a decent start to the day. It was kind of a little bit of sun out there, but now just clouds. Temperatures starting the day in the 50s. Starting the day in the upper 40s, 50s across the region today. So a warm morning. When you wake up, I can't lie, I didn't grab a jacket this morning. Starting the day 52 in Westmoreland, 50 in Whitesboro. Down in the Southern Valley, sitting in the 50s as well. So this is going to be our high today, the low to mid 50s. And then we'll drop as we continue throughout the day. The big thing for today's snow will be the temperatures. A lot of us won't be dropping below the freezing mark, but we're still going to have to see how that snow falls. Now, just that little bit of water, look at the difference the temperatures make in the amount of snowfall that we could see. Now, we're going to be sticking right there in the freezing mark. So right here, we're going to get that wet, heavy, cement-like snow. But look at that. If we were below freezing, that's the difference in the amount of snowfall that would be seen with that little bit of water that we're going to be getting throughout the overnight hours. But again, this is what we're going to be dealing with for tonight into tomorrow. Now, like I said, along with that, power outages. Now, that's a possibility with that wet, heavy snow, especially down in that northeastern portion of Otsego County, but something to pay attention to with those windy conditions for tomorrow, as well as that wet, heavy snow. Breezy for today, getting even windier on Monday. We quiet down on Tuesday, And then we're talking maybe a little bit more in the way of lake effect snow for Wednesday. As you can see, that rain coming down a little bit heavier just south of Utica. We're going to be seeing rain throughout the day today. All of this due to a cold front out to our west right there. Low pressure system comes in with it as well. That's going to create all the playmakers that's going to be today into tomorrow. So let's time all that out. As we head throughout the day today, you can see heavier rain, widespread rain. I stopped my clock right there, 3 p.m. Talking widespread rain for the afternoon into the evening. Stopping my clock there right there, 7 p.m. Higher elevations, that's when they're going to begin to switch to snow right there after that dinner time hour. Here, though, still sticking with rain for the evening hours, and it's going to take a little bit longer, especially along the Thruway, for us to switch over to that snow. You'll see a little bit more in the way of snow, the North Country, as well as down in the Southern Valley around that evening hour. I stopped the clock at 10 p.m. And then as we head overnight, everything switches over to that wet, heavy snow. So you'll have a little bit of difficulty come Monday morning for any type of travel, wet, heavy snow. The good news, though, it does move out of the area, switches over to a little more lake effect snow. And as you can see, lake effect snow sets up for Monday night, and then it will go away by Monday night into Tuesday. So again, for that snowfall forecast, heaviest amounts of snow looking to be down in the Southern Valley, down in Otsego County, still about 3 to 6 inches for the North Country, and right here along the Thruway where we had that issue with that transition period, that's where we're going to have the trickiest forecast, is when that actually switches over to snow. But like I said, either way, it's going to be windy. It's going to be that wet, sticky, heavy snow for those overnight hours, and could cause some travel difficulties for your Monday morning. Again, for today, highs in the 50s, rain showers, breezy out there. And then tonight, as I keep saying, that rain switching over to that wet, heavy snow. Lows down there right around the freezing mark. Let's take a look at that 7-day forecast. We're going to be in the 30s for the remainder of the work week, pretty much until Friday, back into the 40s for next weekend. Tuesday dries out. Wednesday could see a little bit of lake effect snow coming and forming for your Wednesday, and then we quiet right on down as we continue through the rest of the week. So in total, again, that is in total. Now, this is what I read on all the websites, so nobody come after me with this. How many gifts were given in the 12 days of Christmas?
My goodness, I text this to my friend Joan, a retired math teacher, because she's old school math, because I figured she'd have it, but she didn't get back to me yet. She's probably still figuring it out. This is a tough one because, like, you really do have to look at it as if, like, every single time you sing it, that's, like, what they had given.
If you sing it, like, it goes, like, you know, on the 7th day of Christmas, 7, and then 6, and, like, the gives them each day is how this song plays out.
A lot of money.
I can't imagine.
A lot of money.
But
those 5 golden rings.
364. I know.
Can you believe it? Yeah, that's a lot of money.
That is. I can imagine.
Thank you, Sam, for the math lesson this morning. And you guys are up over at home figuring that out with your
I feel like
calculators.
it's too early, too early.
It's too much math. Thank you so much, Sam. We'll be back after this.
News Channel 2 Weekend with Ben Kinney.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Ben Kinney. Thank you for joining us. Here's what's making news tonight in your neighborhood. Power outages are possible as we go through the night as the heavy rains from today turn into wet snow. Meteorologist Jill Reel joins us from the Weather Center with the latest on this storm. Jill, what's changed over the last 6 hours, 8 hours with this storm?
We're keeping an eye, of course, on the temperatures as well as the precipitation. We're going to make that transition from rain to snow as we head into the next couple of hours. So the next couple of hours will give us a good idea of how much snow we are to expect. We are under a weather alert, an alert day for tonight and for Monday. We are going to see that transition from rain to snow tonight into Monday. The heaviest snow will be in higher elevations. When we say higher elevations, we mean 1,500 feet or higher. And on top of that, we will be dealing with windy conditions as we head towards Monday. We are seeing rain, but notice a little bit of blue now beginning to mix in on those higher elevations, indicating that transition from rain to snow. But looking at local temperatures, we are still above freezing, 40 degrees in Whitesboro, even Big Moose at 33, 38 in Deansboro. As we head to the south, same story, still in the upper 30s, 39 in Sherburne, 37 in Oneonta, and 39 in Schenevus. We have to wait for those temperatures to drop for that transition from rain to snow. So when we do make that transition, we will be talking about a heavy, wet snow as we head towards tomorrow morning. Look at the latest snowfall forecast coming up. Ben?
Jill, thank you very much. And with the snow, the area, and the possibility of power outages, National Grid wants to remind you of some safety tips in the event your power does go out. First, keep working flashlights and an extra supply of batteries in your house. Be sure to charge all your electronic devices before the storm. Do not use candles for lights. They can pose a fire hazard. If you have a generator, make sure you use it outside and away from your house to prevent a buildup of carbon monoxide. Also, be sure to shut off your home's main breaker before using that generator. Be sure to check on elderly family members, neighbors, and others who may need assistance as well. Continuing coverage tonight.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Jill Rio.
Continuing to track rain across central New York, that will transition over to snow. And because of that transition, we do have an alert day and night for tonight into tomorrow. The biggest concern, of course, is that rain to snow transition, especially on higher elevations where we will see that heavier snow mounts. And then on top of that, we're going to be dealing with windy conditions as we head towards Monday. So the combination of the heavy, wet snow and the wind could lead to some possible power outages. The best chance for those possible power outages are going to be along Otsego County, especially as you head towards eastern Otsego County. This does include Cooperstown, but just be aware across the southern valleys as well as the higher hilltops in Otsego County had the best chance to see power outages just with a combination of that snow and wind. Even a few isolated power outages are possible for the Mohawk Valley as well as up across the Adirondacks. So we're seeing plenty of rain, but notice what is showing up on our radar and satellites. Blue, that means the cold air aloft is beginning to move on in. While it's still raining at the surface, we're beginning to see that cold air push in from the west, and that cold air is going to help us make that transition over to snow. I circled an area of where we're seeing that snow back across Pennsylvania. That's going to head to the north and east and make its way into central New York as we head into the overnight and into tomorrow morning. So let's break it down for tonight into tomorrow morning. Again, rain showers are going to be transitioning over to snow showers. We're already seeing that happen on higher elevations in the Adirondacks. By 11 o'clock, most locations will be switching to snow except for the valley. Look at that. Little Falls is still at 37. Utica is still at 37. Still too warm for snow. After midnight, everybody will transition over to snow. So waking up tomorrow morning, we will continue to see snow showers across central New York. So from tonight until 7 a.m., we are expecting 1 to 3 inches for Utica. That 1 inch range is going to be to the west of Utica. As you head further east, you're going to see closer to that 3 inch range. Highest elevations north and south of the Mohawk Valley could see 3 to 6 inches, a little bit more as you head into Otsego County. Then tomorrow, we're going to make that transition from steady snow to lake effect snow. So as we go throughout the day on Monday, we will see on and off snow showers across the region. The snow content is going to be a lot lighter compared to the snow we are going to see tonight, but we'll still be tracking snow showers throughout the day on Monday, but not that steady, heavy snow that we're going to see during the overnight. So from 7 a.m. till 7 p.m. on Monday, a trace to an inch of snow for the Mohawk Valley. As you head to the west, 1 to 3 inches of snow is expected in Madison, Shenango, Otsego, as well as up in Lewis County. So again, for tonight, rain to snow across the region. Temperatures will be slowly dropping into the 30s tomorrow. Lake effect snow showers, windy as well. That wind will pick up throughout Monday morning and Monday afternoon. And then we quiet things down. We're going to see quiet conditions for Tuesday with a few lake effect snow showers as we head towards Wednesday. More news and sports coming up.
Watching News Channel 2 Weekend with Ben Kinney.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Ben Kinney. Thank you for joining us. Here's what's making news tonight in your neighborhood. Heavy, wet snow has already started to fall around much of the area. A plethora of local schools have already gone under 2-hour delays for tomorrow as well. Let's head right over to the Weather Center. Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis has the latest on this storm as it continues to move into our area. Bill, has anything changed?
The forecast is right on track. That's really good news. We haven't made any changes to the numbers here, but the things that we're watching is this slow transition that's taking place across the area from rain to snow. We're expecting the valley locations will probably end up coming in on the lower side here of even 1 to 3. So getting the expectations set for tomorrow morning here, a slushy inch or two of snowfall in the lower elevations. But the hilltops could still pick up several inches of a wet, sticky, hard to shovel snowfall. That's still on track here for elevations over 1,200 feet. You can see how things are happening here this evening, and this dramatic difference in weather from the lower elevations that are still seeing rain versus the hilltop locations that have changed over to snow. And surface temperatures are going to play a big role in how things play out tonight. We're still in the mid-30s in the lower elevations. It's hard to accumulate snow in these conditions, but you can look to the south and you can see the higher elevations are much closer to freezing. We're starting to see the snow stick to the surfaces and pavement. Tonight, snow, and we're going to continue to track additional snow tomorrow. I'll let you know how the morning commute shapes up, and that's coming up. Ben, back to you.
Bill, thank you very much. And with that heavy snow, power outages are possible. National Grid wants to remind you of some safety tips in the event your power does go out. First off, keep a working flashlight and an extra supply of batteries in your house. Be sure to charge all electronic devices before the storm. Do not use candles for lights. That can pose a fire hazard. If you have a generator, make sure you use it outside and away from your house to prevent a buildup of carbon monoxide. Also, be sure you shut off your home's main breaker before using that generator. Also, be sure to check on elderly family members, neighbors, and others who may need assistance. Continuing.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We are tracking a changeover from rain to snow taking place tonight as we take a live look at our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. It's taking longer for the snow to arrive in the lowest elevations. The snow is falling hard on hilltop locations, and that will be the case as we head into tonight. But we can still see green, and we can still see wet roads here. This is a live look in downtown Utica. It's still looking at a temperature of 35 degrees. This is quite important as we are looking at the weather unfolding tonight. I think the lower elevations are going to see not much accumulation by tomorrow morning, but the hilltops still expect to see several inches of snow on the ground. Your morning commute is going to be tricky in higher elevations. We're expecting snow to continue through the morning and lake effect snow as we head into the afternoon. We have an alert day tonight into Monday. The primary concern here is the fact that this is not the typical type of snow that happens in central New York in the middle of winter. It's this heavy, as in heavy to shovel, wet, sticky snow. As it falls, it tends to accumulate on trees and power lines. And for the hilltop locations that pick up a few inches of snow, there could be some scattered power outages as the winds pick up. Even a relatively small amount of snow has a higher impact, even if it's only 1 or 2 inches by the morning. It's that slushy snow. It's harder to drive through this type of snow compared to what we're used to, that lake effect snow, which is a lot fluffier and has a lower impact. I'm highlighting the higher elevations for tonight and tomorrow for the possibility of some scattered power outages. Again, just something to keep in mind as the winds pick up tomorrow. So we've got an area of low pressure that moves along a cold front. We're seeing that cold air work in tonight, and the snow continues to fly overnight. A general 1 to 3 inches of snow in the lower elevations, 3 to 6 inches of snow in the hilltop locations. This takes us through 7 a.m. Monday. So haven't made any changes here, but thinking that the lowest elevations will be closer to that 1-inch mark by 7 o'clock in the morning. As we look at our Storm Tracker 2 Skycast again, we're going to continue to see that transition from rain to snow to take place as we head into tonight. Now, tomorrow, we'll start things off at 7 a.m. Looking at some scattered lake effect snow showers. Temperatures will.
This is a weekly test of the emergency alert system. This station is testing equipment that can quickly warn you in the event of an emergency. This concludes this test of the emergency alert system.
look to climb into the 30s, so it'll be a cold day. Additional snow tomorrow from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. A trace to an inch of accumulation is expected in the lower elevations. The hilltop locations pick up another 1 to 3 inches of accumulation. Snow tonight, overnight lows drop down into the 30s. Again, we're tracking lake effect snow tomorrow. High temperatures look to climb into the mid-30s. Again, the alert day will continue through the morning. Tuesday, we're dry, 38. Light snow on Wednesday, 33. The weather warms up. Temperatures climb into the 40s as we look ahead to Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.